Hey everybody, it's me, Ruth. I'm here to give this week's midweek word of encouragement. So, what I wanted to share today was a little bit of a story just to show how God uses everyday situations and circumstances to show Himself and to show how much He loves us and how much He has for us. Last night, me and the kids came home from Darien Lake, and Darien Lake is an amusement park outside of Buffalo. Now, for me, I'm not really big on amusement parks. I'm not big on rides and roller coasters. For one, the spinny, twirly rides, they just make me nauseous. And the big, huge, crazy, gigantic roller coasters, I'm definitely not a fan of. But this weekend, I went with my girlfriend and a bunch of kids, and I found myself in line at two of the biggest roller coasters there. One was called the Ride of Steel, Superman, and the other was Blast Off. And those are two roller coasters. I spent the first day going, I'm definitely not doing those. I will not do those. So, of course, I find myself in line with my girlfriend. And there's not too many things in life that fill me so much with fear that I have to fight not to cry or to just bust out crying. But those two rides had me going. My girlfriend was laughing her head off at me, and my son Boyd was saying, "Mommy, are you okay? Are you crying?" And I had to fight not to lose it. And at one point, I was ready to get out of line. I just thought, you know what, this is ridiculous. I'm not doing this. I'm going to die on this roller coaster. I am not doing this. And I was tempted to, I was going to step out of line and tell my girlfriend, I'm just, you go ahead, I'll just wait for you. And I heard the voice of the Lord saying, I want you to go on this roller coaster and I want you to trust me. And He says, what you're doing right now, stepping out of line, is what my people do. They step out of line. They step out of the will that I have for them because they become afraid. They become doubtful, afraid, fleshy, anything that gets us out of line with God's will and in line with the enemy's voice. And I had to really fight. And so I heard the voice of the Lord saying, I want you to do this. And the minute I heard that, I could hear the enemy's voice. Oh, people die on roller coasters. You hear it on the news. You just hear these flashbacks. And the only reason why I stuck it out is because I knew God was asking me to stick this out. And He was trying to show me something. And I did this roller coaster, man. We were climbing up this thing, and it was high. And again, I was trying not to cry. My girlfriend was just killing herself laughing. And it was funny because there's these two older black ladies behind us, and I could hear them going, "Oh, Lord, oh, Jesus, have mercy. What are we doing on here? And how did I let you talk me into this? And, oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, God." And it was hilarious. But I was feeling the exact same thing. But I'm telling you, when I was done these roller coasters, I felt, for one, fear break off me, and another, just the freedom, just the pride, not pride, bad pride, but just pride, and just so proud of myself for doing it, and so happy, and just so thankful to God for the experience of doing these things and breaking through fear, because actually they ended up being really, really fun rides that I went on 2 and 3 and 4 times throughout the weekend. And I was so thankful to God because it was an amazing experience. I went with, my girlfriend and my kids, and I had a lot of fun. And I just felt God was showing me and telling me, so many of my people miss so many blessings, so many things that I have for them because they won't climb that mountain. We get in front of the Goliaths in our life and we back down out of fear. And so the fears in our life, whether it's fear of the unknown, fear of letting our kids go off to school for the first time. A lot of parents are going to be doing that in the next week or so, letting their kids go off to school. And we have to trust God for these things, that He's going to protect our kids. He's going to protect our family. He's going to protect our finances. He's going to protect our health. And just through this little silly thing of riding a roller coaster and overcoming that fear, because if I didn't hear the voice of the Lord, I would have stepped out of line. I would have said, Julie, you go ahead. I'm going to wait here. And a lot of us live our whole life on the sidelines because we are too afraid to trust God. We are too afraid to see what's on the other side and go, you know what, Lord, I'm going to come into agreement with you and go on this ride and see what's on the other end. Does everything turn out in our life? No. Do bad things happen to good people? Yes, they do, because we live in a world that is sinful and fallen. But, when we come into agreement with the Word of God that says, blessed are those who trust in the Lord. Blessed are those who trust in the Lord. We seem to think sometimes when we read the Bible that the heroes of the Bible, David and Abraham and Moses and, Gideon and Joshua, we read the stories, and they're not even stories. We read these life accounts that they had, and we think that their fear must be different than ours, that they weren't as afraid as we are. But fear is fear. No matter whether, we had fear 2,000 years ago or today, fear is the same in each and every one of us. And God is asking us to trust Him with our life, our finances, our children, our ministries, our church. And I'm telling you, people, be encouraged. When you feel fear gripping you in the days or weeks and months to come, in the years to come, put your trust in the Lord. Just this simple little thing of doing this silly roller coaster ride broke off fear in my life to do the things. I started rethinking about things that I've been putting off out of fear. Fear of people, fear of the unknown. And so today, please be encouraged. Trust the voice of the Lord, and you will see what's on the other side. Blessing, 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 blessing. So everybody have a great week, and I will see you on Sunday.